Let's start with your numbers and the outlook that they generate, because our colleagues pointing out that last year you talked about a small gain in sales and profit, and then you were able to upgrade a few times. Are you being a little under-ambitious in terms of your outlook this time around?
Indeed, 2019 has been a very good year for Roche, and the growth has been entirely driven by the demand for our new medicines, medicines which we bring now to many more patients in important areas such as multiple sclerosis, hemophilia, cancer, of course. Now we see that momentum, the dynamics, to continue into 2020. However, there will also be an increased impact of the entry of biosimilars, as biosimilars now also enter in the US market. To put it into perspective, in 2019, the overall impact of biosimilars was 1.5 billion Swiss francs, which was more than compensated by the demand of new medicines. We expect the impact in 2020 to be roughly 4 billion Swiss francs, so markedly higher. But still, we do believe, thanks to the good dynamics for the demand of new medicines, that we will again more than overcompensate and that we will continue to grow in the current year.
Severin, I got to ask you about the coronavirus. I know it's very early days here, but what can you tell us about how this virus compares with SARS, with MERS, and what does, if anything, Roche have in its pipeline to deal with something like this?
We at Roche have come out as the first company with a diagnosis, a test for the coronavirus, which we made very quickly available to healthcare institutions around the world, in particular also in China. So that is very important, in particular at this early stage, as we are monitoring the outbreak and how it develops. It seems to be a virus which is similar to the SARS virus. However, it seems to be more contagious, so it spreads out more quickly. If you look at the number of cases over the couple of last weeks, it's already much higher than if we compare that to the SARS virus. On the other hand, it seems to be less severe. So we are monitoring how the situation evolves, and our contribution as a company is really on the diagnostic side at this stage.
Anything that you, so not around testing existing drugs then, Severin, as to whether they could help? For example, Tamiflu, clearly not designed for this purpose, but are you and other drugs companies testing existing flu treatments to see if they can be useful in any way?
We know that our medicines actually do not work for this specific virus, but there are a number of companies who are testing their respective medicines of whether they are efficacious for that virus. I know that vaccine companies are also looking at potential treatments. So the industry as a whole is very focused to quickly help with that important issue. But again, as far as Roche is concerned, our biggest contribution is for that specific virus now on the diagnostic side.